9 signs of a narcissist. Narcissistic people are hard to spot. Most people have a trait of narcissism. Just because someone is successful doesn't make them a narcissist. Just because they take care of their appearance doesn't make them a narcissist. To have the disorder, people need at least 5 of the 9 traits. So here are a few behaviours of people with the narcissistic personality disorder based on the 9 characteristics of the disorder. It is on a spectrum, so these are just some common behaviours. Not every narcissist will do each one. I'm Elizabeth Shaw. Welcome to the channel, everyone, which is all about the narcissistic personality disorder to give you more understanding of who you've been around within your life, what you've been through, ways to handle them if you cannot go no contact, and how to recover from narcissistic abuse. So, some characteristics to try and work out whether you are indeed dealing with a narcissist or just a toxic person. But what I will say is whether they are a narcissist, whether they are toxic, whether they are negative, abuse is abuse, mental or physical, and having a disorder is a reason behind their behaviour. It's never an excuse. Whether they have the disorder or not, you need to safely get away from people who hurt you, let you down, constantly bring you down. So number 1, a grandiose sense of self-importance, a belief they are special. They are extremely self-centered and self-entitled. Their needs will always come first. People do sometimes put their own needs first, yet they will often try to fit in around or help and support others. Narcissistic people will only do this if they have something to gain by doing so. Narcissists will take control of the conversation. It is all me, me, me. They might be interested in you in the start. As soon as they have enough information about you, especially your insecurities and weaknesses, so they can use them all against you, they will no longer listen to you. Any concerns, problems or issues you bring up will be brought back around within the conversation of why you're too sensitive or why you should deal with it. Anything happening within your life, they will have had worse. If it's a negative experience or an upsetting experience, they will have had worse, and they will bring the conversation back onto them. And they will have done better if you've achieved something, if you've got a pay rise, if you've got a new job, if something good has happened to you, they will bring the conversation and they will take over the conversation. They will find a way to take over the conversation and bring it back onto them and how they've achieved better. Not because they're excited about something or to let you know or to have that two-way conversation or to let you know how they know and understand how you feel, but to simply bring the limelight back onto them. Number 2, a preoccupation with fantasies of power and success, beauty or love. They will sell you that dream to deliver you that nightmare. They will either talk about what they have achieved, often exaggerating. They don't seem to understand the word humble. Or they will blame all others of why they are not successful. I didn't get that promotion as I wouldn't suck up like the others would. When in reality, they most likely didn't put the work ethics in or couldn't manipulate and exploit the boss as easily as they'd hoped. Parents will blame their own children for holding them back. They'll blame the scapegoat for the family not being perfect, and show off the golden child like a medal, like a trophy. They'll either take the children from the healthy parent that the narcissist abused and gaslighted, playing the hero who saved the children to gain attention, or they'll play the victim card and claim parental alienation when they walk away or abandon their own children for the new family that had more to offer the narcissist at that time, to gain the sympathy from those around them. They can be extremely unreliable. They will often promise things and rarely deliver, often saying that they never promised it in the first place. I never said that. That never happened. Some people do genuinely forget from time to time, but they will apologise. Narcissists will just twist all the facts so that they are not accountable and it's all your fault. They do not care for the consequences of their actions, and they will blame all others if something doesn't go their way. Even if they were totally or partly to blame, they will not accept any form of responsibility. 3, a belief they are special. They like their egos being stroked and believe they are superior to those around them. And they like to think that all others look up to them. So look out for those who have an intense perception on their image, whatever that image is to them. Some will like designer trainers, some will like designer shoes, some will like designer handbags, some will like different coloured hair. It's whatever that image is to them. And with people in day-to-day life, there's nothing wrong with taking care of your image. There's nothing wrong with taking care of your appearance. There's nothing wrong with not wanting to particularly match your outfit up and just to throw on what you want to wear. It's about you as an individual. When we're talking about narcissistic people, they do need to have more than one of the traits. So whatever the image is to the narcissist, even the victim narcissist may portray themselves very differently around different people. 4, a need for excessive admiration and attention. They are extremely impatient. Watch for how they react if the food takes too long in a fast food restaurant, if someone doesn't give them the correct order, if they are kept waiting by others. They believe they are special and deserve that special treatment. We can all be impatient when in a rush. However, with a narcissist, once that mask slips, they will nearly always be impatient. They are very easily annoyed when things don't go their way. They seem unable to take on board others' opinions or advice. No one can throw a bigger tantrum than a narcissist not getting their own way. Some like drama. Some people in general like drama. Those that aren't on the spectrum can enjoy drama. They like to live on the edge. Some people do enjoy being daredevils and experiencing unique or different things. The narcissist has no respect for the law. Some may pretend to, but most think they are above it all. 5, a sense of entitlement. A narcissist believes they are entitled to everything, so they will take, and take some more, yet give little back and often give no thanks. Yet they want to be thanked for things they haven't even done for you, and you should know when to say thank you. Otherwise, they'll go into those passive-aggressive sulks and silent treatments. They have no real values, just borrowing values off others to pass off as their own, to hook people in. They can also switch from super nice to super nasty within seconds. 6, exploit. They will lie about everything, yet some of them have the stories about things that seem ridiculous to others. As they tell these stories with such truths, it's difficult not to believe them. A lot will exaggerate actual events. Some claim to know famous people that they don't. When they are lying, if you pay close attention, they might not even blink. They may also change the tone in their voice, so observation is a must. Observe, don't absorb their behaviour to protect yourself from people with narcissistic personality disorder. A lot of people will bend the truth, and the more the lies get out of hand, the more uncomfortable they will look, feel and act. It's not natural to them to lie. Narcissistic people tend to get more confidence and more convincing when they lie. This could be because they actually believe their false reality within themselves, and with their lack of self-reflection, they often believe their lies. So a calm demeanour doesn't mean someone is telling you the truth. When they have an explanation for everything with their word salad, so they do trick our brains with great ease, you really need to pay close attention to your gut instincts. If something feels off, even if you don't know it, trust your instincts. When a narcissist gets caught out with a lie, they will not back down. They can be sat drinking your last can of pop, they will still deny it was yours. Where healthy people would perhaps look the other way, slump their shoulders, apologise, offer to get you another. As a narcissist believes they are entitled and they have every right to what they want whenever they want, and their wants come above all others. So they often think they've done nothing wrong and they stand firm that they are not in the wrong. Their image is more important than reality, and they will not back down. Often with word salad, false apologies or blame shifting, they will convince others, doing all they can, gaslighting, silent treatments, that their reality is fact and that you are wrong. With or without evidence, they are always right. As they will never be accountable or accept consequences, some will spend way too much of their and your money. Some will be super tight with their money, yet they will happily spend yours. Everyone can be moody. We all wake up some days with no clue as to what's wrong, yet narcissists can be extremely moody, turning hot and cold without any true reason, leaving those around them confused and often believing it was something they did to the narcissist. If someone seems far too good to be true, moving things fast, they usually are too good to be true. Nobody falls in love faster than a narcissist who needs somewhere to stay. We all have our faults. We all make mistakes. Authentic people might not like being called out on them or admit them. If needed, however, they will, especially to those that are close to them. Narcissistic people project all their faults onto those around them so the narcissist can escape accountability. 7. Lack of empathy. They can pretend to love others and care and have empathy, and we could say pretend they have that cognitive empathy, so they can think empathetically and use your emotions, things like guilt, against you and gain sympathy from you. They don't have the emotional empathy to genuinely care about how their actions would make another person feel or what another person is going through in life would feel. They just know how to use people's insecurities and weaknesses against them. The closer you watch them, you'll notice they are often copying learned behaviours from others, and it's all that admiration face to gain attention, which when they feel their needs are no longer being met, out pops their envious face and they will do all they can to destroy you. 8. Jealous and envy. With a narcissist, jealous means to envy and destroy. They have little to no self-esteem, therefore they are extremely jealous of everything around them. Not that they'll show it to all those around them. Narcissists believe that everyone around them has something they don't and they want it. No matter what they have, as they don't have that inner happiness, they want more to fill that void. Not understanding that happiness is something that comes from within. It's not who we are, it's what we create. They can be jealous of their own children for a number of reasons. Main one, if the children are getting more attention than the narcissist is. Often why when their children do succeed at something, in the narcissist mind it will all be down to the narcissist. If that's the fact that they help them achieve it, or if it's from the narcissist DNA, the narcissist will always try to turn the attention back onto themselves. Most people deal with their jealousy internally because we can all get that little pang of jealousy. And as they are often embarrassed by it, a narcissist will tell people things like they must have received an inheritance to afford that, and things like They only got that because someone gave them a hand in life. I've had to do everything for myself. And just because some people say these things doesn't make them a narcissist. You do need to have at least, well, they do need to have at least 5 of the other characteristics. Like I say, people can be envious in life. People can get jealous, but they deal with it internally. They don't go around to seek to destroy the other person. They often seek to achieve something within themselves. Narcissism is a disorder on a spectrum, and they will have the characteristics even if they show some less than they show others, or even if they only show some of those characteristics to certain people and not to other people. Due to their jealous and envy, a narcissist will try to sabotage anything and everyone around them that the narcissist perceives as doing or achieving more than themselves. 9, arrogance and dominance. They want control of all events, people and situations. If they don't have control, they will manipulate the situation any way they can until they do, often leaving you thinking that you were to blame. They may provoke you to get a reaction from you just so they can blame it all on you, so you believe it was your fault for reacting. They will control you financially, sexually, your friendships with others, your education, your work. They control their affection they're willing to offer. They will threaten and they will guilt trip to control others. In the home, they can be a completely different to that charming character when out and about, that character you first meet. So it can be incredibly hard to tell people who they indeed are, as those around them only see the narcissist's good side. They are and can be good most of the time, and they can be extremely good at reading others, most often going for people who are empathetic, forgiving and kind. With a narcissist, it is all about them. So if you find yourself feeling really miserable and drained, you are most likely around a narcissist. If not, you're around negative people and you need to find a new friendship group, a new partner. You need time by yourself. You need to move away from people who make you feel miserable and drained. You don't have to cut everybody out of your life. People can have negative moments. It's who they are as a whole. Narcissists are prone to putting others down. It's on a spectrum, and although most of us could act in one of the above ways at times, you do need at least 5 characteristics to be a narcissist. Although they, like I say, they might not show the characteristics to one person at any given time, they are very calculated, some of them, in what they do. Others, it's more on impulse or instinct. If you don't feel right around someone, if someone continues to hurt you, let you down, cheat on you, lie to you, smear your name, bring you down, narcissistic or not, you need to learn to let them go. Let them continue on their path of destruction, which unfortunately they will. It's who they are. Negativity often breeds negativity, and we have to walk away and find our own path and our own happiness. Others are not responsible for our happiness, and we are not responsible for theirs. We cannot change others or make them see the error of their ways. That's on them. We are only responsible for ourselves. Be kind to others, yet have boundaries like no one can destroy. This will eliminate toxic people before you're in deeper than you would like to be. I shall add a video into the description on the 2 faces of a narcissist to give a bit more explanation on that. The video on observe, don't absorb, and a video on cognitive dissonance to explain a bit more about what happens to our minds when in that kind of relationship, because we are the ones that are often left with that self-doubt, and it does take time, it takes work, and it takes patience from within ourselves to recover from a narcissistic relationship. And you can whether it was your parents, whether it was a partner, whether it was a boss, you can walk out that first day, and because of all the highs, because of all the dopamine that you were getting within the relationship, you can crash and you can feel so drained and so lazy and procrastinate, which often then makes you feel worse. Or you can have that adrenaline rush to push yourself forward, to go for it. And then after a month or two, suddenly crash and think, oh, what's wrong with me? I was doing very well. Why have I... And it's life, unfortunately. It's life. And life's hard enough without being around these kinds of people. So when you do have those down moments, if it's in the beginning, look for why you have got out. Look for why you are no longer involving yourself with your family's drama, with your ex's drama. Look for why you have got out, and always get a safe way out. And if it's a few months down the line when you hit those days where you just don't want to get out of bed, then look for how far you have come. Listen to your body. You're allowed to take days off. You're allowed to take naps. You're allowed to do what suits you. Do not punish yourself any more. Take care of yourself. Take care of your thoughts. Take care of your health and take care of your life and your happiness. It all comes from within you, and it all comes from with how you talk to yourself. You can and you will recover from this. Thank you for listening. Bye.